cringe at the shit you made as a 20-year-old. I just did a deep dive um into my old YouTube channel videos because I don't delete anything. I don't delete any videos at all. I wish I did, but I didn't. Fuck, man. When I tell you, looking back on how my singing is versus now versus then, is I was trying so hard to be liked. Like, this pre-tattooed little baby trying to be cool and sitting there and wanting people to like her. And I just want to sit her down and go, you don't need anyone's approval. You don't need any man. I remember looking at that and thinking to myself, oh, well, if I just get married and, I was with the guy I was in college with who's just a choice for anyone, who I feel bad for any woman that gets with that man. But just thinking about it now and how I've changed so much from that girl who was just fucking desperate for anyone to like me, to the one that is now that, like, community is everything, yeah, sure, but if you don't like me, that's fine. If you have any grievances about how I live, or what I do, or how I speak, or how I dress, you don't have to like me. And it's wild. It's wild. Because I was trying so hard. And I remember I had a conversation with Jim a couple years ago, bestie of Craving Strange, and he said I had this false entitlement, and not false entitlement, but like false sense of confidence, which he is not wrong. And I was putting so much out there in order to say, hey, like me. Just fucking like me. So I would let anyone in. So I need to move that a little closer. I'm filming on my laptop versus on my phone. I do not care. I am lazy bones. But I remember thinking, if I say this or do this when I make this video, people will like me. And as I'm watching these videos tonight, just going back and laughing at the cringe that is myself and looking at all these videos, I saw a sad kid that was begging for friendship and begging for someone to accept her and someone to say, hey, we love you. And that's a sad existence. To want to have anyone like you like that is just because she was told so many things that were completely the opposite of what was the truth. I realized watching these videos that obviously that is me, but how far I've fucking come from that needy fucking broad who walked into goddamn KJ's to where I am now. And even before KJ's, those videos are in my college days, my early 20s. Just wandering around life, hoping to do it right. Like, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have any direction. I had lived a very privileged life at the time. And I think all those dominoes fell into place for a reason. Albeit divine intervention or the people that I had met, whatever the fuck have you. Had not any of these things happened into place, I don't think I would be here where I am today. I wouldn't have been married to my husband. I wouldn't have been in Maryland. I would not have met Natalie. These are things that I just never thought in a million fucking years, excuse me, that this would be where I would be. I always thought I'd die and live in New York, and now doing the retrospective of it all, I'm glad I left. Because New York is like, I have a lot of people I love there, and I don't know how they're making it living in that state. but New York was suffocating me. And I'm gonna preface this by saying I was not suffocated by the friends that were around me. It was the situation I was living in my house, and I was trying to be two different people that just didn't fit. You know, it was two wrong halves of a whole that wasn't me. I was not being authentically myself. And almost 4 years later, after, and I say this to like my mom's cancer diagnosis, to her death, to my grandmother's death, to a whole slew of shit that happened, that it have been one avalanche after the other, and realizing that life hits you in so many different ways, good, bad, or indifferent, and everything is a learning experience, whether it's super negative or super positive or just run of the mill. We're all trying to do our best. And to circle back around here, if I could say anything to that girl, I tell her, do music. Do music, it'll make you happy. Do everything that makes you happy. Stay on disability a little longer because it'll help fund your creativity. Find Levi, because that'll change your life. Find Jenna immediately. Find her. Step away from your family. It may not be forever. It might be permanent. You don't know. I still don't know. To be honest, I don't know if that will ever be permanent. But I know right now, I think it's best for all of us if I separate myself from them. Because outside looking in might not always be the best perception. And I would finally tell her that everyone's going to talk. Everyone's going to have their opinions. People are going to say shit whether you like it or not. Whether you're on stage or dancing at CCB, or when you meet new people, people are going to inherently judge you. And it's something you really can't control. But you hope that they get to know you as a person. And you hope that they see you for who you are. And if they don't, that is okay. That is on them. Because you're living your life for you, not for anybody else. And that's all I can really tell anybody. If I can give to anyone younger than me, anyone who's in Gen Z or younger than that, just live for yourself. Do what you need to do for you. Make something worthwhile for yourself, whether create or write. That's definitely technically falls under the line of creativity. Or start that business you want to start, or go to school, or fuck, if it hurts your parents, go to a trade school, because those are in need. Do whatever you feel is necessary. That is your dream. That is your passion. That if you think everyone else thinks it's fucking nuts, just do it. And these are the things I would tell that 20-year-old idiot. Oh, and don't give up reading. Don't take so long out of what you love about reading. Find a way back to it. And I'm so happy I'm reading again. Man almighty, I cannot believe that it took me this. I remember sitting, like I was 16 years old, maybe younger, when I got into Harry Potter. And just, like, fucking ate that shit up like pasta. Like, that was, like, I couldn't get enough of it. And it was, like, and I've said this in a few videos now, that books are my friends. In a few TikTok videos, I should mean. That books are my friends, and they are, because they were the only things that kept me safe. And for me, books were, you never know who would come and go, but books were a constant. My parents got divorced. My dad left. I had friends in college that I thought were my friends. Were not my friends. Like, these are things that, like, they were a safety net. And now that I'm back into it, it's been such a joy. It's like reconnecting with an old friend. It literally is. And I sit on the couch and I read for sometimes 15 minutes or an hour to 2 hours. I stood up all night last night reading the Final Girl support group, which, by the way, I gotta make that video tomorrow. Reminder. Cool. Sweet. Uh, and, it in my 40s are coming up. Excuse me, and my 40s are coming up this summer. And I've realized that, like, I can't waste any more time. I can't. I want a family. I want a life. I want, things are slowly getting better for me and Levi. And I live a good existence. Sometimes it's hard and the stress gets to me. But all intents and purposes, I'm pretty goddamn lucky. I got good people down here. I don't have a lot of friends down here, but the ones that I've had made are really great. I have great friends back home. And I got married into a great family that my sister-in-law, who is one of my favorite people, and she's not just my sister-in-law, she's my sister. She's everything I always dreamed of in an older sister. That I can call her and vent to her and talk for fucking hours about everything and nothing. And it's fantastic. It is. She makes my life whole, and my niece and nephew are, without a shadow of a doubt, amazing. I forgot to call my nephew today. Fuck. I have to do that tomorrow. I live a good, decent life. And when I was younger, I was so worried that I was never going to have that. I was never going to have this life I always thought of, because everyone else told me I wasn't going to be able to live on my own. I was never going to be able to have interpersonal relationships, that I was stupid, all these things. And doctors put a label on kids who are intellectually disabled, and they can't gauge the intellectual nature of a kid, really. Because I was not educated enough to understand that, because they saw labels, they saw medical problems and mental health issues, and they never took into the account the person that has them. And I may not be in full thriving mode, but I'm getting there. And as I look around this house and realize it is just a stepping stone to the life I want for myself. Nothing in life is worth anything without hard work and dedication. So let me be clear. I will not stop until I get what I want. And next year I plan on going to school when our finances are a little bit more straight. I'm going to have that salon and help cancer patients get some semblance of normalcy back. Either wigs or when they stop chemo and get their first haircut and get their first style. I don't care how long it fucking takes. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do what I love, and I'm going to help people, and I'm going to do things that are going to make me the fuck happy. And I'll stop at nothing. I'm a good person in general. I'm flawed by nature because no one is fucking perfect. No one is fucking perfect. No one is perfect. And I'm like a dog with a bone. And I won't stop. I'm excited to see where I go next. And to the girl in that little pink room. Yes, I said pink. No one, the people that know me, shut the hell up. You're doing great. You'll find your way. It takes time. Breathe. You got this. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you hanging out and being a part of this. I'm trying my best to build this fucking channel back up, because it hasn't been maintained in a while. We're gonna fix that. If you like anything I'm doing, all the links will be in the link below. I also have a Discord if you guys want to be a part of it, and that will be there as well. You guys are fucking great. All right. I'm going to go. It is almost 2:15 in the morning, and I should get some semblance of sleep. Peace out, Cub Scouts, and all that happy horse shit. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Be good. Bye.